Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Madden NFL 2005.
Yes. And today, before we play, we're going to show you maybe a couple of highlights from a practice game I played earlier today with my new defense. Because as you know, we swap hats at the end of every season, so next season I'm going to be playing defense, so I've been busily working on a new defensive scheme.
Yep.
And this defense relies rather heavily on press coverage because I try and jam the receivers at the line. And of course, in this one, I wondered, can Danny Jones play press coverage? So,
Really?
yes, if you highlight Danny Jones there, he's standing on the left hash mark. There he is. He's an X-wide receiver, okay? He's not very fast, and he's not that terribly strong. I think he's got mid-50s for strength rating, which is actually pretty typical for a wide receiver or a cornerback.
Yep.
Some safeties as well will have strength ratings in the same neighborhood as what he's got.
But they're usually speedier safeties.
But they're usually speedier safeties, and that's what he is, basically. He is playing free safety 2 in this scheme. Because this defensive alignment, basically I built it out of the quarter 3 deep. And the difference, though, between what I had in the previous season where I played the 82 defense scheme, of course, is I'm leaving the corners on both sides on the outside up closer to the line in their original positions. And the only positions that I really tinkered with were the defensive line and the linebacker.
Yep. And
I built a 3-3 nickel out of this formation, and that's what we've got on the field right now, actually.
Okay.
So the middle linebacker there, 50, well, he basically, Washington has the man coverage assignment on the halfback in the backfield. And I'm playing 5-man under 2 here, okay?
Okay.
With a 4-man rush. Basically, the 3 linemen plus 1 linebacker are coming. And so, of course, on the left side, you see number 54, which is Travis Wade, and he's got coverage responsibility on that slot receiver. And, of course, Cedric Perry is the designated pass rusher in this particular play.
Yep.
So if we back up a little bit, now, we asked the question, can Danny Jones play jam coverage? Well, let's look and see. So if we run the play slowly, yes, Danny Jones can play jam coverage. Look at him jam that tight end.
And that tight end is a full head taller than
him. And that tight end is the biggest, strongest receiver on the offense. And yet Danny Jones maintains control of this guy until every other defender who has a coverage responsibility has already lost the jam on their man.
Yeah,
right?
even Travis Wade.
Even Travis Wade has let that receiver slip by. But the thing about jam coverage is that the defenders behave completely differently than they do when they're playing in the style that you like to play in, for example, where you like to play a big cushion.
Yep.
And so if you watch each of these pairs as the quarterback gets sacked in the background by Cedric Perry there, you'll notice the quarterback hasn't thrown the ball yet. He hasn't even started his throwing motion yet, and that's because none of his receivers have made it 5 yards downfield yet.
Yep.
Right? All 5 of them got jammed at the line, and he basically is still looking for a receiver to possibly throw the ball to. And if you back up, you'll be able to see how deep the safeties are. Right? I did not back the safeties up. Obviously, when you play jam coverage, the safeties actually don't really move from their original positions. They just stay where they are. But what I discovered in jam coverage is that if you delay the receiver even a little bit, like that slot guy there that Wade was responsible for covering has escaped first, but you can see that the rush has almost gotten to the quarterback already. In fact, it is now. Like he's dead. He's not going to be able to throw the ball here. But basically, what's happened now is even if he were able to attempt to throw a pass downfield, well, the safeties are basically facing the line of scrimmage still with a huge cushion so that they can move up and make a play on the ball.
Yeah, they're basically waiting for it to come in.
Yeah, there is absolutely no danger whatsoever of giving up a long pass on this play, right? Even if they manage to protect the quarterback a little bit longer, well, the safeties will just keep backing up until someone actually enters the bottom end of their zone. And that means that they'll keep backpedaling, and if this play had gone on longer, they would have still been maybe as much as 10 yards deeper down the field than they are now by the time the ball's thrown.
Yep.
So that's how jam coverage seems to work. Anyway, we'll pause for a moment because we're going to look at a second replay here too.
All right. And we're back with replay round 2.
Yes, and in this replay, it's basically a very similar situation. Basically, I've got that same 3-3 nickel package out there, and you can see Cedric Perry out there ready to pass rush around the edge, and Travis Wade covering the slot guy. Again. However, this time Washington is covering the tight end because they motioned the tight end from the left side to the right side.
Yep.
Of the offensive formation, which means Danny Jones has swapped coverages, so now he has responsibility for the halfback.
Yep.
And other than that, I'm basically playing a very similar thing, except this time around, instead of rushing 4, I'm only rushing 3, and I'm actually dropping Ben French off into a deep zone in the middle.
Yep.
So he's the right defensive end there. And so when we start this play, again, you'll see that we got jams with Travis Wade on his guy. We got a jam with the corner on that side. And by the way, these corners are legacy players. They're not the players that you would choose to put in these positions.
Yeah, they're not capital B big.
Yeah, they're speedy guys that I drafted early in this franchise mode when it was my turn to play defense because I like to have fast guys. However, I may change my mind on that with this style of play.
Huh.
But anyway, as you can see, Danny Jones and Washington basically hang around in the middle of the field short because both of their men are pass blocking. The tight end they left into pass block. They left the halfback into pass block as well.
Yep.
And so they're only sending 3 out into the pattern.
In fact, it looks like the halfback might have even had a block and release.
Yeah, he might have had a block and release, so you can see Danny Jones following him and covering him now, right? But still, it's basically like that. And you can see Ben French dropping off in the middle. And what I want to pay particular attention to here, first of all, is let's see ultimately how deep Ben French can get before the quarterback goes to throw the ball. There, now he's throwing the ball. Okay. And as you can see, like he basically only has one receiver that's further, like only even just a few yards downfield there, right?
Yeah.
And if that receiver who looks like he's running a post, if he tried to throw that over the middle, well, then Ben French is going to come around and punch that guy's clock, right?
Yep.
Because the ball is going to end up somewhere between that receiver and where Ben French is running that route. But this is another effect that jam coverage has, is it actually gave that slow defensive lineman more time to get down the field in the middle there and get a little bit deeper.
So that he could cover that pass.
So that he could cover that pass. And you can also see how deep the safeties are, right? And the ball hasn't been thrown yet, and yet those guys are both like 20, 25 yards off the line of scrimmage, and they have an absolutely massive cushion, right?
Yep.
So even if they try to throw this deep post over the middle, well, then you're going to have 3 defenders converging on that one player. And if one of them gets a good hit on that guy, he's probably going to cough it up. Or maybe they'll create a deflection and one of the 3 players there can get a pick or something. But what you want to do now is watch the action on the right-hand side. So if we back up a little bit, as you can see, this cornerback is not really a very physical guy, right? That's Brooks. And
yep.
I recruited Brooks in season 2 because he's speedy. But as you can see, the receiver basically just shrugs him off and then starts running down the field.
Yep.
And then he cuts toward the outside and starts running an out. But look at how close Brooks maintains his distance to that guy. See, if we were playing normal, or if we were backing up like you commonly do, he would have been maintaining about a 5-yard cushion on that receiver.
Yeah, he'd be somewhere about back here.
Yeah, he'd be back there somewhere. But since we're playing press coverage, well, he's basically staying as close to that guy as he can get. And so when you see the quarterback throw the ball, well, that was also not a very good throw. He threw it behind the receiver.
Yeah, he's already started to slow down here.
Yeah.
You can see.
But if you're playing the normal cushion, well, that receiver can still probably stop, turn around, and catch the ball, right?
Yep.
And he'll have enough time to do that before Brooks can close the distance.
Yep.
So basically, it'll be a catch and then a tackle usually. But watch what happens here with the press coverage because Brooks is so close. Well, he steps in front and cuts that pass off.
Yep.
And now he's at the 25-yard line and there's nobody in front of him. And he's also fairly speedy. So, like this was actually about the third play of the game. So basically the first score of the game was a defensive score. And I actually got an interception that, although it didn't result in a touchdown, I got an interception by the other corner on the other side on a similar play like this. And that's what I noticed too, is playing jam coverage and jamming those corners on those receivers out wide.
Yep.
It really helps to shut down passes to the outside.
Especially those flat passes.
Yeah, short outs and flat passes and even swing passes to the running backs and stuff, because if the corner gets a bit of a jam on his wide receiver, well, he's still down very close to the line of scrimmage by the time the halfback arrives looking for a pass.
Yep.
And that just puts another couple of bodies in that area, which makes it a little harder to complete those. So anyway, that's why I think I might have found something here, because in this game I allowed about 115 yards or something.
Wow, that's very low for you.
Of passing. Yeah. Like traditionally I've always leaked passing yardage like crazy. But now, I mean, I couldn't completely stop them. They still completed about half of their passes, and they managed 115 or 120 yards or something through the air.
Yep.
They did not score until there was only 5 minutes left in the game, though, and by then I was ahead by like 59-0. But the only touchdown they got actually was a run play up the middle out of a single back 3-wide receiver set, because I had a dime package on. And of course, man locking on that kind of a formation, while you spread everybody out and there's like a big hole up the middle that they can run through, right?
Don't you hate that?
Yeah, well, you know what though? I wasn't playing the run at that point. I had 59-0 with like 5 minutes left in the game. I don't really give a shit if they run, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, that does make it more likely for them to be able to pop one of those run plays up the middle for 60-yard touchdown though, right?
Yep.
But anyway, I guess we'll move on to the game now, but I just wanted to show off a little bit more of what could be expected possibly for next season.
All right. And we're back.
Yes. And Jenkins it is. So Bo Jenkins won the Offensive Player of the Week award last week. And if we view the awards, in the weekly awards, however, it was not good enough to win the league weekly award, because this halfback here somehow managed to amass almost the better part of 250 yards of net offense all by himself and 4 touchdowns.
Jeez.
So there, I was robbed. And this guy here with 12 tackles, 3 sacks, a fumble recovery, and a forced fumble, like that linebacker had quite the day.
Yo, you know what? The Pigeons halfback gave us a tough time in preseason too, so...
Yeah, he was actually a superstar player. And so I guess that's kind of why he probably played well enough to win the Player of the Week award for the league.
Yeah, well, he because the thing is they were primarily a passing team when they were first created. They were an air it out type team, and so they really didn't have any skill at halfback whatsoever. But it looks like somewhere along the way, they've picked up a very quality halfback, and now they can run and pass.
Yeah. They can't play defense worth a damn, but...
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they lost that game and he still won Player of the Week.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, here we go with our offensive playbook here. And we're, of course, up against the San Diego Runners in our second game against our division rivals. And they're the last place team. They're 6-6. So that says something too when the last place team in our division is at 500. We have a pretty tough division this season.
Well, we'll pull through it.
Because not too many divisions have all 4 teams at 500 or better, right? So anyway, here we go. And of course, they've got Cody Paris at halfback.
Which is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, which is pretty tough. And then their main things to watch out for are defensive players. So,
if I remember correctly, these guys actually have a very strong defensive line as well.
yeah. Yeah, they play strong defensively because they have Marty Schottenheimer as their coach.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a pretty good defensive-minded coach guy when in his time, right?
It's time for football. While several playoff teams have been determined, other teams' futures hang in the balance here in the last few weeks of the season. Thanks for joining us today as the visiting team gets set to take on the home team. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the game. I'm Al Michaels. With me, as always, is John Madden.
This is a steady offense and will try and wear you down every time they have the ball. You've got a solid offensive line, and they can control the clock. They love to use the running backs and tight ends in the passing game. Give them 5 to 10-yard gains to keep the ball moving methodically down the field. You see them putting men in motion a lot, too.
John, this defensive unit plays every game.
There's Daryl Roble.
He's like, I want you to hit the quarterback, and I want you to hit the quarterback often.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We've got our fair share of star players on our team now, too.
You can tell they can't wait to get out there in the field.
Now let's go to midfield for the game's coin toss.
Okay, here we go. The runners won the toss, and they elect to receive. So I guess I'll defend this end. Start off.
Ready for the kickoff.
So I guess we'll start off with the usual audibles here. Oop. And this might be an often used audible if they come out with their 3-4 defense quite a bit. It just depends on how they decide to play it.
Yeah, well, some of these teams that operate a so-called 3-4 defense actually don't come out in it that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that have had a lot of success running up the middle against 3-4 base defenses in the past.
Well, there you go. I mean, I guess Cody Paris is, he might be a significant running back, but he's not going to be a nightmare for my coverage scheme.
No. He's got enough speed and enough strength and enough talent to be, but you also I don't think you're really too badly overmatched at wide receiver either.
Yeah, really the only problem is if they come out in 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What was their wide receiver?
They have 89 and an 87 guy.
Well, we'll probably be fine. I don't gotta move anybody around, I don't think. Maybe I won't even have to back everybody off this time.
And we're back.
That would be nice.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. Anyway, here we go with the opening kickoff.
The visiting team are ready to kick this one off.
Look at that. The Badmen are 8-5.
That's rough for an all-Madden team.
Yeah, well, I think you're right, though. As far as all Madden teams go, they are kind of a bit of a paper tiger, right?
Yeah, well, they've always been extremely one-dimensional in their game plan.
Yeah, they pass too much and don't run enough.
We'll start the drive from 21-yard line.
And I mean, it's you know, like I've said before, even teams that successfully run the ball, they don't tend to amass a lot of points because of it. But at least they maintain some time of possession and keep it away from me.
Yeah. Well, there was like 3 guys there. If there was 3-man gang tackles integrated into this game.
Yeah, then that would have been a 3-man gang tackle.
Very quickly. That's just a case of studying game film this week paying off. When you know what they like to run in certain situations, you can anticipate the play call and stop the play before it even gets started.
Again, he'll get the call. Thomas makes the tackle at the 30. Looking forward to
Well,
this one,
they're
John,
coming out
with two of
running.
the most
Look at them
talented
run.
running backs in the league.
I'll tell you one thing. You got to be sure and wrap these guys up when you move in for the tackle.
One thing also I noticed with the defenses that I've been experimenting with is that any out-of-the-box play that starts with those corners playing those flat zones, those corners will move down and jam even if you don't tell them to, right?
That's right.
It's just part of their built-in assignment.
You can actually tell by the way the flat zone is drawn. So if the flat zone is drawn down towards the flat instead of sideways towards the flat, then it's a built-in jam assignment in the play creation.
Yeah.
Now, not every out-of-the-box play is like that, but most of them are.
Yeah. And you can't actually make a player behave that way with your own drawn plays. Like,
that's
basically,
right.
What I did in order to get players to behave that way is I basically
took out of the box plays and
made. We'll just run around these guys and made other plays, but leaving those original flat assignments intact, right?
Yep, that's exactly what I did too.
They'll have to make some adjustments to
It makes it for interesting choices for zone defenses, especially when you, like I with the new playbook, I've been playing more man-to-man coverage, but I'll play some zone defense in the red zone still.
Allen. Johnson makes the tackle at the 41-yard line. Allen couldn't pick up any.
No, they were like, you got your rushing yards.
Yeah, you got your rushing yards.
They're extremely disciplined.
I got a yard there, I think.
Yeah, now you have an average rushing yardage of what, 5.5, 6, something like that?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I think they're going to be vulnerable to that corner route on the left, maybe. Oh, no.
No.
And it's complete. Johnson records the tackle.
I was just getting rid of it there.
He did a nice job bringing that one in.
Yeah, either that or it just got thrown in there so hard it stuck.
Seven yards to go. Come out of the nickel. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Well, if that guy out there in space blitzes, I can probably complete this pass.
Well, instead he went on his zone coverage.
Oh, he dropped it.
He was there.
And it laid a big hit on your guy.
I managed to cut it off short, but he coughed it up.
Yep.
Kind of surprising to see him drop a pass like that.
Nelson is the deep return man.
Well, these things can't be helped, right?
Nope, not really.
Here's the punt.
Ooh, it looked like he was going to try and pick that up, but then he changed his mind. Probably a wise decision.
Yeah, probably. That's how you end up with turnovers.
Yeah.
Parrish lines up behind his fullback in the
If they've got an aggressive player on the punt return team, though, you could actually possibly get some turnovers in this game from that kind of thing.
Johnny always seems to be in perfect position to make a play.
He's all about effort. His motor's always running at 100%, and he's got the experience to diagnose plays very quickly.
Parrish, the lone setback. Parrish.
Well, you've been defending the run pretty well today so far.
I mean, I guess that's just kind of how it's working out. Like, you know, I come out and then they run right at me.
It's third down and they have a long way to go. They'll play things tighter on the outside. Quarterback back in the shotgun. Drops back, steps up into the pocket.
Oh!
Almost picked off. He couldn't come up with the interception.
Almost.
But at least he didn't let the
Wow.
receiver make the catch
Yeah,
either.
nobody on this team can catch anyways. We shouldn't have expected such
He
things.
did everything except catch that.
Yep.
Now here's the punt unit as the defense forces a 3 and out.
Oh, I don't even know what Alex Mills' catching rating is. Probably something like 30 or something.
Yeah, his catching rating is probably
Here's the
dur.
From the 38, just won't go down.
Oh, look at that. I broke a
Yeah,
tackle.
you broke a tackle on the punt
Sometimes he can be a
return.
little over-aggressive on defense like
Wow.
you see here. He had him lined up, but he over-pursued, and he got caught out of position, and the ball carrier was
Yeah, I think we
cut
covered
back.
that in the last season that I was in offense. But the way that I like to break tackles is I try to make a sharp change of direction and then hold on to the ball with two hands.
Yeah.
I try to run the guy over. It doesn't really work with a smaller player like Herman, but sometimes you can kind of bounce off them still.
Yeah.
Pushed out at the 46. Nice read.
That was a
The
last-second
receiver was in
decision
single
there.
coverage.
As I looked deep to the left first, right?
Yep, but they were covering it.
But they were covering it, so
So they have 1st and 10 here.
luckily I still had just enough space to sneak that in inside the sideline.
He sees something in the defense. He tucks it away. Number 27 takes him down at the 40-yard line. Gain of a handful.
Well, that was okay.
Yep. You do that one more time and you'll have a first down.
2nd and
Yeah.
4. Jenkins with a man in motion.
What the hell have we got going on here? Nobody's covering Allen there? Okay.
Looks like not, unless the safety comes up.
Drops back, looking for a receiver.
Oh, the safety was blitzing.
And he makes
Yeah.
the grade. At the 30, Pierce with the stop. At
Wow.
the 24-yard line.
Take a look at this. He gets himself into position, keeps his legs under him.
Yeah, it was
and then
totally that
boom,
block
he
on the
gets
safety
unloaded.
there.
That's it
Yeah.
completed.
Okay.
The defensive tackle, or the left tackle, is just sitting there, standing there with his hands in his pockets, watching the safety run right at him, right? And then he just flattens the guy.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Throwing on 1st down. He surveys the field. Throwing
Did
on
he
the
catch
mark.
it? Oh.
Well, he caught it.
That was close.
Yeah, he had a receiver wide open. He just didn't see him.
That was really close.
He did indeed catch it. He just didn't keep it in bounds.
Oh well.
5th play of this drive.
Honestly, it looked like he was trying to drag his feet there, but the hit might have taken him out.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Allen comes in motion.
Well, let's see what we can get over there on the left side.
Easily.
Surveying the field. Gets the pass off. He finds
And
his man.
oh, come on!
The visiting team have moved the ball well on this drive.
Because he slid ass first into the end zone.
Well, that was like a horse collar tackle too, right? The guy grabbed him by the shoulder pads and pulled him down backwards.
The ball almost on the goal line, less than a yard away.
Huh. Wow.
Changing the play now. Handed off to the fullback.
Now, this is exactly how to get the ball in the end zone. Just get in.
I kind of
behind the
thought
center
there'd be a
guard,
hole there.
Keep pushing and pushing
Yep.
until they're putting up 6 points in the board.
Well, it's good to have a score on the board in the first quarter.
Yep. So what do you think next season? Is Easley going to be your number one tight end or what?
Good.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, honestly, like, I enjoy throwing to both of my tight ends, and then Marshall's not an insufficient tight end by any means.
Yeah. Well, it's just that Easley has a very high catching rating, right?
Yep, Easley has a very high catching rating. Marshall's not bad. He's still solid. Easley's a little quicker.
They'll return this.
It's going to depend on a few factors, right? Because I can throw passes to Easley a lot easier. But I can
Forced a 3 and out on the last
use
series.
Marshall's run blocking. Maybe I'll even need a package where I can swap them in and out.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Well, that wouldn't be too hard to do, actually.
Only one man in the backfield. Alexander in motion. Number 52 makes the play at the 28. 6-yard gain.
It's our strong safety coming down.
Yep. Your safety backer.
Yep, the safety backer.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I do definitely. I'm going to let you draft any
Drops back.
secondary guys. Oh, there we go. Who gets that one?
Number 95.
Oh, I got that one.
You got that one? Yeah.
Best in the league.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing
Because
for a while.
I definitely, if I'm going to be playing a lot of press coverage, I want big physical players and
Third down,
playing
they
there,
have a
right?
long
Yep.
way to go. Rolling out to his right with the pass, and he hits his target.
That was
Wow.
terrible coverage.
Yeah, that was a miracle. That's what that pass was.
Look at it.
I mean, look at that. The guy actually rolled toward the side that you were bringing the pressure from and managed to somehow get outside. And then he throws it back across the field in a lame duck pass to a guy that's totally covered, who then catches the ball and breaks a tackle.
And then manages to get past the line of scrimmage again on top of that.
Yeah, like it kind of... Sometimes you just shake your head in disbelief in some of the things that happen in this game, right?
They give it to the halfback. Hammers him at the 33. Parrish couldn't find any room on that one.
They really hustle on
Yeah,
the
you
defensive
shut the door
side
on
of
that
the ball.
one.
They're very good at
Well, that's my
closing
job,
the
right? If he gets past me, he's very likely going to get a touchdown on a run.
back has to choose.
So that's my
Out
job.
of the gun. Throwing short to his left. On the money.
Yeah, okay, you can catch that pass.
30-yard line. Alexander.
Nobody minds if you pick up a quote-unquote gain like that.
Yeah.
What a reliable pair of hands on that wide receiver.
Schwartz starts out of the shotgun. Gets rid of it. He hits his receiver. Number
Yeah,
20.
just make him
records
throw
the
it short,
at the
tackle him.
36.
Make him kick it away.
Yep, the formulaic thing.
Number 7 comes into the game for the punt. Here's the punt. And he signals for the fair catch.
Yeah.
That was in the air forever,
Yeah, that hung up there for a really long time, eh?
especially with how far it
So
went.
they have first and
Guy must have a good leg on him.
Well, it kind of looks to me like
Allen, the motion man.
they're playing in man lock.
Passing on first down. Throws it.
There.
And it's caught.
There's Marshall
Good read,
Yep.
finding the single coverage in the secondary.
catching the corner.
You know, Marshall's really more of a generalist tight end. Like, he can block, he can catch, a well-balanced player. He's not like a specialist, like, say, Easley is with the receiving, or Adam Parkman would have been with the
The
blocking.
home team come out in a nickel package.
But part of the reason we made Adam Parkman a fullback is because I don't really value a blocking tight end, but I really value a blocking fullback.
He surveys the field, gets the pass off.
Oh.
This pass is incomplete.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a rare one.
Yeah.
I think that's the second time in this series now we've in this playthrough that we've seen that.
I can't see what happened yet now. Let's see what happened there. See, I audibled Allen to block, and I also audibled Parkman to block, right? Because I figured that I was gonna, because of the way that the defense was lined up here, I thought I was gonna try and take a deep shot down the field. And here it goes, and then I don't know about that. I mean, you know what? I'm going to accept the penalty, but that looked pretty innocent to me.
Yeah, that's just Bo Jenkins taking a flop.
Yeah, look at Bo Jenkins taking the dive there. Wow, eh? Good play acting. Oh, yeah, look at that. There's Joe Winter holding off somebody who's mad now again.
God.
That's so funny. Wow. Oh, they're going to spread things out.
tucks it away. Spear makes the tackle.
And Parkman will just drag that guy forwards.
Yeah, you notice something interesting, though? When I audibled to this run play, look at who ends up. Like, Parkman ends up there, and Allen ends up there.
Mm-hmm.
And that was out of that shotgun formation, right?
Yep.
So I can use this audible even if they show me some kind of, like, really widespread offense or defense. And I'll have the right players in the right places.
Yep.
And that's more good luck than anything else, but...
Oh, you didn't plan that? You weren't
no,
like
I didn't plan that. It happened completely by accident, but...
See, I'm always going back and forth between play creation and practice mode and audibling back and forth to make sure my formations are compatible, and it's like a big multi-hour long process.
All right.
And you're just like, fuck it, we'll wing it.
Yep. Well, the thing is that this is a passing-oriented offensive playbook, and, you know, like, that's not really the kind of play I had in mind. Wow, okay. Well, I guess we're going to hammer it up the middle again here and hope for the best. I'm going to switch sides, though, because sometimes on that other side, they blow the handoff, right?
Number 92 records the tackle at the 18-yard line. He is a big offensive force.
This guy's a load to bring down. Defense has had a tough time wrapping up those big old tree trunks he has for legs.
Okay, we're having a little success at this. We'll keep doing it until they stop us. How about that?
Possession game if they get
sure.
into the end zone in this drive. They're just inside the 20. He tucks it away.
Okay, well, they didn't quite stop us there, but...
You know, that defensive end really handled Marshall there.
Yeah.
Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
They better mix up the play call a little more, trying to free up some space in
Oh,
the middle.
we can run the first quarter out.
Didn't have any help from his line on that play.
At the end of one, these teams are separated by
Well, so far they've managed to put up some semblance of competitiveness anyway.
San Diego, 0. Teams have switched sides, and we'll start in the second quarter. And this is the 7th play of this drive. They're in field goal range. Rhodes in motion.
Okay. Look for Jefferson over the middle short, maybe?
Probably.
Dropping back, surveying the field. Slings it out.
Or we'll throw it to Herman because it looked like I had a linebacker on him,
I'll tell you
right?
one thing,
Yep.
He's going to feel that in the morning.
Which is a bit of a mismatch.
Yeah, even if it's tight coverage, the thing is it takes a pretty damn good linebacker in order to actually cover that.
Nickelback in this time. Directing traffic. Number 47 comes in motion. Gets the pass off on the money.
I don't know. There's something flawed in how the AI covers. Because Golston, as soon as he goes out to that position there, in my mind, he's not a running back anymore. He's now a wide receiver.
Well, do you know what I think wherein the problem lies, though, is they have, like, all of these plays in their playbooks where they send, like, 7 guys, and then they only got, like, 4 guys to cover everybody, right?
Yeah, but I still think, though, that they should have assigned the coverage priorities outside in.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Because if nobody's covering him, even if he's got mediocre speed and all that kind of
That'll be
stuff...
like a 30-yard gain.
Yeah, that would have been like a 30-yard gain by the time they finally got somebody over there to get him, right? I don't know. It's a huge flaw that I have profited a great deal on exploiting.
From the 6-yard line.
Because if that happens to be Kelvin Allen running out there,
that guy.
yeah. If that happens to be Kelvin Allen running that pattern out there, well then
he's gone.
That's like a 90-yard touchdown if you happen to run that play from your own 10, right?
Yep.
First and 10. Schwartz sends a man in motion. Receives the hand.
All right.
Takes him down at the 21.
Wow, I can't believe they gave him 2 for that.
Yeah. Who's going to the Pro Bowl? Robles going to the Pro Bowl.
I'm definitely trying.
Oh yeah, I think you're definitely in.
He has his guys running hard and hitting hard. thinking that they'll have more gas left in the tank when the fourth quarter rolls around.
Thomas with the stop at the 26. They went with the running play.
You never know when you're going to find some room and break loose into the secondary.
It's third down with 3 to go.
Well, so far,
Kansas City walks its safeties and corners up closer to the line of scrimmage to get in better position for a run.
you still stopped him short. He escaped the first guy that got through, but
Lucky to be able to hold on to the ball.
And they were able to get to him before he got very far.
Well, that's also why we still leave this one safety back.
yeah,
Right, I'm not crowding the line here. I'm just man-locking and pressing.
yeah.
But we still have a safety back there.
Yeah, and look at that. He's the guy that made the stop.
That's right.
That's Danny Jones.
It is Danny Jones, yep. And it's because he's got a spy assignment.
Yeah. Well, he was very alert and reacted to that very quickly.
Here's the kick. From the 36.
Oh, you're living dangerously there.
I had lots of time.
Yeah, I know, but he had to run for a long ways to catch up to that, right?
So they have first and 10 here.
Well, he was facing the ball when he picked it up.
Nickelback in this time.
Yeah, I suppose, eh?
Looking for room. And
I think that guy just outkicked his coverage there. That's what happened.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
About 8 yards.
Set.
Allen in motion.
Hut.
Gets rid of it, goes down and gets it. Kenny stops him at the 48-yard line. The receiver showing us soft.
See, I'm just trying to give them a little scare there, right?
Working really hard trying to improve. Looks like all that extra work is paying dividends.
46-yard line's the spot they have to get to convert on this third down play.
Well, it looks like that guy will be back anyways.
Set.
Mills moves in motion.
Well, what on earth are they doing?
I don't know. They were trading off some guys there.
Looking for a receiver. With the
Whoa!
That was tricky. They changed things, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, they ended up dropping that guy deep into the middle.
Yeah.
I think they caught you off guard.
Yeah, they didn't do what I expected there because they looked like they were man-locking.
Number 27 sets up, waiting for the punt. This one is shallow and short.
But anyway, the better defenses in the league will do things like that once in a while, right?
Yep. And these guys are certainly playing you like one.
Yeah. Well, these guys have given me a little bit of trouble in the past too, right?
So,
You know, I can't just run roughshod over these guys. I have to actually think and play a little bit.
Alexander, the man in motion. He hands it off.
No,
Yeah.
You got held up that time.
Yeah, well, I tried to make a move there and it just didn't respond, and then I ended up getting stuck in a shove animation. And the shove animation is like the worst thing for giving up rushing yards, right? If you accidentally get yourself stuck into a shove, you're going to give up a ton of rushing yards.
Yeah.
The quarterback is back to the shotgun.
Oh, well.
We'll take some of those back.
Yeah, none of that.
Parrish didn't get any help from his offense.
They're definitely dedicated to the run here, though. Wow.
When you have guys in the backfield just as soon as you snap the ball.
Look at that. The Wizards beat the bad
Kansas
men.
City presses its secondary up to be better prepared to stop the run. Schwartz with a man in motion. It's the toss to the left.
He's just running around in circles out there
Yeah,
now.
he can't find a place to run now.
Everywhere he looks, there's a white jersey, eh?
Yep.
Very quickly. They do a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting cutback opportunity.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. Here's the punt. He signals
Well, I
for a
think
fair
that one's
catch.
going to hang up there for a bit.
Yeah, well, it's a team meeting in my face, so...
Yeah, really.
First and 10.
Well, I guess you could say that this is a 3-4 defense, but
Number 47 comes in motion.
it's more like a everybody up on the line kind of a defense.
They'll pass on first down. Gets rid of it, and the catch is made. Jenkins really put his body into that throw.
That ball could have been shot out of
I don't know, man. I think it might have been a nickel or a dime.
It's 1st and 10.
Well, it was a 3-man line anyway, but
It's
then
it's a quarter 3 deep. That's what the quarter 3
Yeah,
deep looks
but then-
like when
but then
played
they-
properly.
They go back to this time.
yeah, okay, that was a quarter 3 deep, was it? For sure, for sure.
Yep.
They give it to the halfback. Diving tackle at the 40-yard line.
I didn't have enough patience there to wait for Joe to get in front of me.
Well, you kind of had a rear side pursuit guy though, who you had to run away from.
Wear down a bit. That kind of give and play, a defensive lineman can get blocked by
But it's not surprising that you got a little skittish there. You probably would have only got about that much anyways.
Allen moves in motion.
Sometimes that's just how it works.
Yeah, I suppose, hey.
Throws it, and he makes he
I think that guy hit him in the back, eh?
He did, yep.
Yeah.
You got to deliver
Hit him
the
in the
ball
back
out
and
there
made him
quickly,
drop it.
But it has to be catchable. You got to use some touch.
And here's a look at each team's success on 3rd down so far.
3rd down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. means
Well,
your
it looks like
offense
they
is
got
making
all the
big
defense
plays
on the
when they
wrong
need
side of the field here.
Guns it to the right side. Room to run. At the 30.
Yeah, no kidding.
27 with the stop.
They had like
At the 29
5 guys on the other side of the field against 2 receivers.
Barrels into the defender, taking him right off the turf. Now that is a textbook block right there.
Looks like he's changing the play. Allen in motion. Passing on first down. Looking downfield with the throw.
Well, you probably could have had the flat pass there if you'd
Yeah, I
wanted it.
probably could have, but I saw that guy kind of wandering around out there, and I wasn't too sure what he was doing, right?
Yep.
A heck of a defensive play.
And I don't like throwing interceptions on short passes. And in this game, it seems like if they're going to pick you off, more often than not, you're trying to throw some kind of short pass, right?
Yep. Well, that's why I have a very regimented and very, like, restricted short passing attack, right?
There, how's that for a run after the catch, eh?
Yeah, but that's worse than a
That's what easily does.
That kind of hit could loosen your teeth.
This offense having no trouble moving the ball.
Yeah, I know you play a very you play a very cautious
Disciplined style, yeah.
offensive style, yeah.
And put an end to this drive.
That's the word I was looking for. Disciplined.
Yeah. Cautious. You're not a risk taker.
Allen comes in motion.
Well, they've got some kind of zone defense, I think, going on here now.
Looking for a receiver.
Oh, I got,
Oh, no.
Oh,
It's picked up.
come on, you guys. You got to get that back.
Nope.
There he goes.
Yeah, they're going to score on us, and there's nothing I can do about it because I can't get anybody with some speed.
High steps his way to the
Oh,
end zone.
look at that. He's latecomer there,
So the
right?
turnover leads to a score.
Yeah, they were right there to jump on the
Oh. Well, there you go. I just gave up 7 points again.
Oh, well.
That's the 3rd sack fumble that I've given up this season.
Comes in for the extra point.
These things happen.
For a touchdown. On offense, I have given up 3 touchdowns, and they have all been just that way, right?
Yep. But that's okay. My defensive record will just go and weep in the corner.
Yeah. Really, because you were giving them absolutely nothing in this game so far.
From the 3 to the 20. Kansas City is still
Oh,
up
well.
by 7.
Okay.
It's 1st and 10.
set. Or 19.
Allen goes in motion. Changing the play now.
See, if we convert Allen to quarterback, then we'll never fumble the ball.
First down. Gets the pass off.
Yeah.
Records the tackle at the 46. That'll move the chains.
It'd be like playing with Amos Paris all over again.
With a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah, well, he may not fumble, but he also can't pass, right?
Yep.
Allen,
I did develop Amos Paris into a decent quarterback.
Dropping back to pass on first down.
Oh, that guy came around and hit me as I was throwing it that time.
Well, at least you got rid of it, and it actually turned out to be a completion. That was a pretty phenomenal catch coming from a running back.
Yeah.
Ball right around midfield. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
It's his own defense again.
Dropping back, he surveys the field, throws it. He hits his receiver.
That was the right thing to do.
Yep. Well, you know what? That's why I have those short routes mixed in to these plays, right?
That's another one of those things that you really need to be
Because
careful on
you can
defense.
flood the zones
He likes
out
to
if you
open
can,
things up a little downfield, buying time by rolling out or bootlegging.
have those short little curls and stuff like that, eh?
On the ground.
That's a face mask.
Yep.
He got hit so hard he darn near had to take a taxi back to the stadium.
This appears to be of the 5-yard variety.
I'll tell you, these face masks are getting so big that you can start off going for a jersey.
Yeah, you know what? Parkman has a pretty big face mask, too.
This is the 5th play of this drive.
Yeah.
About 4 to go.
He needs to loosen his chin strap a little bit. That way the helmet will come off maybe and he'll be able to keep going. Well, let's see if they blitz that linebacker there. Yep.
Throwing.
They blitzed everyone. Double linebacker blitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that whole deal about what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
Calling an audible now.
Well, that's okay. We'll do this again.
Number 86. Reed.
No, somebody just
got
towed him or something, right? He had a chance to pick up a few yards there, but somebody tripped him.
Yep.
Inside the 20.
Well, that's okay.
Well, that'll take it down to 2 minutes anyway. We can run the clock down to 2-minute warning here.
Exactly.
It's only 14-7 though. Wow. Okay, close game.
Ball on the 26-yard line. 7th play of this drive. 2 minutes to go. Directing traffic. Jenkins sends a man in motion. Gets the pass off. Great throw. He's at the 20. Almond makes the play at the 11. 8th play of this drive. And they find themselves in
Well, we'll just come up to the line in leisurely fashion here.
Looks like he's changing the play. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Okay.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
We're happy with the way that looked?
No, I wasn't happy with the way that looked, so I think I'm just going to pound it up the middle here and take a little more time off the clock and not turn the ball over. Because when they set up like that, and I can smell like a sack coming or something.
Full back handoff. Number 93 records the stop at the 9-yard line.
And this way, at least I get a couple of positive yards.
Yep.
Ball on the 9-yard line. And this is the 9th play of this drive. A little over a minute left. Directing traffic. Allen in motion.
Okay, well, I'll let the clock run down here because if he catches this, I can probably get a touchdown out of this.
Gets the pass off. He hits
Easy.
Yeah.
Jenkins puts points on the board with that pass.
That way the game is not quite so close when we go to halftime.
Well, think of it this way. You basically made it so that fumble never happened.
Yeah. It still bugs me though, because you know what? That you get screwed when that happens.
The kick is up.
Yeah, you just raised my points against average by 7 points.
Yeah, well, so far, like I said, I've allowed 3 touchdowns that way, like sack fumbles.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hold it against you. It doesn't really matter to me that much.
Yeah, well, it matters to me. It annoys me.
Nice kick. And
maybe you need to look at drafting another couple of offensive linemen in the off season again.
We do have one of the worst offensive lines in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except at center.
Yeah, except at center.
Yeah, but who was the #1 pick this season, though? The center.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to make the #1 pick a guard or a tackle or something next season, right?
Maybe.
Split backs this time. Pass play here on first down. Throws it.
Oh, again.
Yeah, that was Edwards coming from the flat there. I guess they must not have had anybody out in the flat.
Maybe that's what caused him to rush the throw a bit.
Because you know what? I was looking at the team, and I think that depending on whether or not Krause retires, we might have to draft a quarterback if you want to keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster.
Yeah.
And we might also have to draft a defensive tackle if McGrady retires. Yeah.
I don't know. Would you really throw it into that?
No.
There's like 5 guys there.
Yeah, that's insane. Why wouldn't they throw it to the guy just to the left there?
Well, I mean, I guess there was like a guy there.
I guess
he was.
He was pretty well covered too. But yeah.
Should have just thrown it to this guy. Well, maybe not.
Well, I don't know. I don't think they really had a reasonable choice to throw the ball to there. I think he was throwing it away so you couldn't sack him.
Who's the most covered guy? Yeah, well, he knows that nobody on this team can catch, right?
Yeah.
Only one man back. Gets the pass off. Number 20 takes him down at the 34.
No, they must have barely made it across that.
Yep, I guess they barely made a first down.
And they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
They'll play things tighter on the outside, directing traffic. Passing on first down. Throws it.
Well, there's a lineman there sticking his hand up.
Yep, that's Zach Mack. He doesn't get too many.
Nope.
But
yeah, he got that one.
He had himself a short zone coverage assignment there.
He got 3 wide receivers and a tight end.
And this is the 5th play.
Yeah, I was just looking at that formation. I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah, you didn't have enough DBs for the offense that they put out there.
That's why I kind of hesitated. I'm like, what am I doing right now?
Gets rid of it.
Well, I think that was supposed to be one of those hook outs, right?
I think so, yeah.
Incomplete.
He had some room up in front of him to scramble out of the pocket and pick up a few yards. Maybe he should have done that.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. Dropping back, pressure coming with the throw. This one complete.
There's some pass defense for you.
This does make me sad though.
What? Oh yeah,
look at this.
You managed to get around them, and you still can't get there. Hey.
Yo, look at this.
Yeah, that's a suction block from behind.
Yeah, that's holding.
Yeah, that's probably holding. All right.
Back to the game.
That's okay. You managed to stop him anyways.
He's in for his 6th punt of the night. Here's the kick. Fair catch called for.
Yeah, their offense really hasn't managed to do very much so far. What do you think? Should I just kneel? That's probably the safest thing to do here, right?
And this should be
well, you won't fumble it.
Well, with only 4 seconds to play, I mean, what's the percentage in running a play here?
The home team.
Really?
Watch, San Diego calls a timeout.
Yeah.
He'll take a knee.
Well, that's the first half. So kind of a mixed bag of results, but I guess we're ahead.
Well, you're on pace for 42 points.
Yeah. Anyway, it must be time for the halftime stretch.
Indeed. And we're back.
Yes. And I was just looking at the halftime stats, Retry 5X.
Yep.
And so far, you are allowing 2.3 yards per offensive play. So 2.3 yards per pass and 2.3 yards per run.
Wow.
So on average, out of every offensive play they have run, they are averaging a gain of 2.3 yards.
Crazy.
Which would explain why their defense is outscoring their offense right now.
Let's get back
Well,
to the
these things
action on
happen,
the
right?
field.
Mm-hmm.
As we get set for the kickoff, here's a look at the halftime stats. Nice.
Did I just see 18 and 31 yards, respectively, on their offense?
Yep.
From the 8-yard line to the 20.
Oh, could have been a good one if I had got past that last guy.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's always that last guy that gets you, though. Yeah, they've got a total of 49 yards of offense.
Well, they both looked a little sloppy. There have been some turnovers, some broken plays, and just not a lot of pop from either one of these teams.
Okay, well, it looks like they've got man coverage out there.
Drops back, looking for a receiver.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw that.
He had
Oh.
another receiver who was open.
He's got to do a better job of reading the defense.
I think that was overthrown, but he went and grabbed it anyways.
Lock in on one
Yeah.
guy and try and force it to him. He has to know that other guys in the offense
Well, that can
make plays
happen
out there,
sometimes.
too.
Looks like he's changing the play. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Oops.
Gets the pass off.
That was a little inside there.
So
Yeah,
that one
I know.
flutters incomplete.
He didn't lead it to the outside like you're supposed to. See, I don't have very much in the way of rushing yards, though, because these guys come out and they basically stack everybody in the box, like every play, right?
Yep.
You know what? Oh, if I had time, I could totally.
Drops back.
Uh-oh.
He surveys the field.
Okay, enough of this. Let's just
Takes
go.
off. Diving tackle to bring him down.
Totally, if I could have had time, I could have audibled easily to a curl or something like that.
Yeah, but you
And
could have got stuck in that long animation.
But I did, well, there was only 5 seconds left, right?
Yep.
So I would have had to call a timeout to avoid a delayed game penalty.
Hunter will have his third chance coming up here.
Because you got to have all the hand waving and all that kind of nonsense.
Very shallow punt.
Wow, that took absolutely no roll after it landed at all.
The head
Nope.
coach very satisfied with his team's play, and especially the defensive. He knows the other team will be pulling out all the stops in their attempt to come back in this one. But with the way his defense has played, he thinks they'll only get better here in the second half. Al?
That was Jill Arrington with her sideline report. Passing on first down. Gets rid of it, and he hits his target.
Pass defense.
Yep.
Catches the pass, but goes nowhere.
Well, that one exceeded your average yardage allowed, though.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, they picked up 3 yards on that one.
7 to go.
Well, maybe they're starting to come back, huh? Could be.
Corners are moving up to press the receivers. The backs are lined up in an I. Schwartz with a man in motion. Dropping back. Closing in.
Ooh.
Flings it to the outside. Swing pass to the
Well, that didn't go anywhere.
Loss of about 3 on the play.
There, that puts you back below the average again now.
Here is a 3rd and long situation.
A pass for
Here's a
3
look at
yards
the
and then a
third
pass
down
for minus
success
3
rate of
yards.
each team.
Third down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on third down, you keep 3 things. You keep your drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense.
Nope, he's
resting
fast
on the
enough to
sideline.
outrun him.
Swings it out.
Oh,
Number
that was a generous spot, too.
at the 50.
Well, you know what? They can't all be perfect.
Yeah, if the game was on the line, I would challenge that one, but I don't think I'd waste a challenge on it now.
I was playing pretty aggressive there anyways.
They'll go from the
So it is what
operation.
it is.
Harris. Mack records the stop at the 46.
I still think that it should have been 4th and 1, though, after that, because you know what? If we run a play and it looks like that, it's 4th and 1.
Schwartz sends a man in motion. Hand off to the tail
Oh.
end. The 40.
Wow, what was that pursuit angle from our strong safety there?
Yeah, he kind of got a little deep in there, didn't he?
Yeah, well, at least he turned around and tackled the guy after. But with a speedier halfback, like one of those 99 speed ones, I bet you that would have been one of those runs for a touchdown.
Yeah, but luckily those 99 speed guys are pretty rare, right? Even on all Madden teams, they don't all have a 99 speed running back. So,
well, that's because you can have different types of all Madden running backs. You can have big all Madden running backs, fast all Madden running backs.
yeah,
Ah, he escaped me.
yeah, you couldn't quite get
The
there.
thing is, when you get hit like that, it's like having a bumblebee in your
They're
helmet.
pounding you with the run.
8-yard gain.
Still,
They need to reach the 25 to convert.
Well, this game's not totally out of reach. I mean, if they manage to get some points on this drive, then, like their strategy is valid, right?
Hilliard. He's at the 20. Number 52 is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 17-yard line. A fresh set of downs after
Those
a
two
nice
safeties,
pickup
team
on the
tackle in
ground.
the last 3 plays in a row.
yeah.
Holding their block, allowing him to get a good run for a first down.
And this is the 8th play of this drive. They're threatening inside the 20. They have to get some points on this drive and are in good position now to do that as they're in the red zone.
Oh, another one.
Harry had his hands on it.
Oh,
Cover linebacker. He can
that's
run with
3
both guys
in this
when he gets
game.
good
3
position.
that should have sure interceptions that have been dropped.
But he'll drop a few like that one.
9th play of this drive. The corners are moving up to press the receivers. He'll get the ball again. Loses one tackle. He just unloaded on him.
Boom. Now that is what football's all about.
Good
Oh,
game
you
for
got
the
him in a
offense
third
here
down
in the second.
again here.
This is one of those guys who seems to play better as the game goes on. The more he gets the ball, the better he does. So I'd expect to see him get quite a few touches here as the game winds down.
Decisions.
They're 11 yards away from the end zone. The backs are lined up in an I. Drops back. Under pressure. Off balance.
Oh,
He finds
Wow.
his man. He slips behind the secondary and got open.
it was bound to
That's how they
happen.
practiced it. They go over this play all the time at
Yeah, that was
practice.
pretty
They use it a
close
few times
coverage, though, and he
about
caught
every
that,
day.
like, right
Let
in
me
front
tell
of
you,
your coverage
most of the
guy,
time
right?
it's successful just like that.
Ritchie comes in for the extra point.
Yeah, well, not only that, but he was throwing a slant pass into a full zone coverage too,
The
right?
home team
Yeah.
draw to within a touchdown.
But sometimes those just work
Last drive,
anyways.
John went for a touchdown with
Yeah, well, he's
excellent
been
play
basically
calling.
forcing the
That was a
ball
nice
into
job of
coverage.
keeping those chains
You know,
moving
and
a
really,
pretty costly penalty.
if
Now they
anybody
gotta
on
see
your
if they keep
defense
this
could
momentum
catch,
that they have
he wouldn't have
established
had a
going
chance
for
to
the
even
remainder
throw
of
that
this
pass
game.
to begin with.
Yeah. Well, we've had how many dropped interceptions this game?
3 so far that I remember.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
But I guess it's going to get more competitive here in the second half.
I guess so.
They've been very effective, John, running on 1st down, and that's helped them grab the lead.
Now the defense is getting pushed around a little.
Oh,
out there.
come on.
The
You
score
got
kind indicates
you
it.
can't let
Tackle
people
there
through the
for
middle
loss
like
and
that.
great
Like,
pursuit
wow.
there, John.
You can say that again. He knows how to prepare. It really pays off when you make stops like that.
2nd and long.
It's okay. Keep calm and carry
The
on.
home team
Yeah.
come out
It's
in the
frustrating,
nickel
though,
back.
because it's like they've got the screw-ups built in, you know?
Good look on your right. I bet you one of those guys is
Dropping
pass
back,
rushing.
surveying the field. Gets rid of it.
There, I got that one to the outside, eh?
Takes
Yep.
him down at the
Where it was supposed to
47-yard
go.
line. He never hesitated on that pass.
That was quite a throw. This guy's been blessed with a golden arm.
Well, and that's the single coverage too, right?
Yep. Yeah, but you still have to lead the ball out to the right spot. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it won't work.
Ball right around midfield.
Yeah, the Spitfires beat the Royals. Wow.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Number 35, Almonds with the stop at the 50. And John, they're still trying to move the ball on the ground.
This is a tough physical team that likes to run the ball.
Easley's got a carry in this game now, too.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's not like he doesn't have the attributes to do that kind of thing.
Jenkins with a man.
Yeah, he did start off as a fullback, right?
Yep.
So
I just figured he'd make a better tight end than Parkman would.
He surveys the field, throws on the run.
oh, come on. Catch the ball, man. That's 2 that he's dropped in this game.
Well, maybe you got to bench him for a while.
I don't know. Might have to make him sit down for a little while because that was garbage.
And this is the 5th play of this drive.
We'll give him one more chance. If he drops one more, he's going to sit down.
Allen comes in motion.
Full man coverage with a blitz from the right.
Looks like it, maybe.
Nope.
Looking for an option.
Oh, crap. I threw it to the wrong guy.
Pass is completed. Alford makes the tackle at the 49.
That stop, though, was made by that drop by Rhodes, right?
Yep.
You know, if Rhodes catches that ball, we're still marching.
Rhodes will come into this game to punt. Nelson is back to receive this.
And the guy does have a 99 catch rating. Like, basically, that mathematically should mean that he's only going to drop 1 in every 100 passes thrown to him, right?
This one is shallow and short.
So he's already dropped more than his quota in this game. Like, probably now from now until the rest of the season, he shouldn't drop another one.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Harris, the lone setback. Nelson goes in motion. Moving left. Jones makes the stop at the 26.
Well, they're not going to get far on sweep and toss plays against a defense like that.
No. No, you got still enough speed to string them out and stretch them out to the sideline.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Pressure, throws it. He finds his man.
Wow, splitting the double hook zones in the middle.
Yeah, yeah. You're trying to stop those short passes over the middle, but I don't think he cares what kind of coverage is there.
Yeah, he's just going to throw it.
He's just going to throw it there no matter what. And the only way you're going to stop them is if one of your players, when the ball actually hits him in the hands, he actually catches it, right? That's pretty much what's going to have to happen.
At the 45-yard line.
He's had pretty good success running the ball in this one.
Under a yard to go. Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside. Hand it off.
Yeah, trying to run up the middle again out of the shotgun.
Sadly, all they needed was inches.
Here's a situation where you square your shoulders and you get what you need for the 1st down.
So they have 1st and 10 here. The corners are backing off. Breaking free. Gets away. Jones with the stop at the 44. So he got the carry and makes his way for the 100-yard mark on the ground. Second and about 1. The quarterback gets set with only 1 back behind him. Looking for room. And he's tackled at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they're loving the run out of that now.
Yep. Running to the weak side. I don't know. It doesn't make much difference which way you line up your line, I don't think. Because you line them up to try and match the strong side where they had the tight end there, and they just ran it the other way.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Handed off to the back. Pressure coming. Throwing on the run. Incomplete. Thomas made a great defensive play, tipping the
See,
pass
every pass that he throws is going into a crowd, right? It just seems like. But he keeps getting away with it over and over.
When you face that situation in the game, you're right there in position to knock the pass away or force an interception.
Number 52 with the tackle at the 27.
He's looking pretty good running the ball. And I'll tell you, that sure takes a lot of pressure off your quarterback.
First down marker just inside the 27. Tightening up the coverage along the outside. They line up in the I formation. They give it to the halfback. They'll go with a play fake.
Play action pass.
And he froze. He was standing right there looking at it. He just froze. He didn't even react.
Nope. Well, because the play action froze him, right?
Yeah.
But they, although it's annoying, they have run the ball an awful lot in this game, and that was a running situation,
comes
right?
In for the point after, which
So
will knot it up. The kick is up.
Well, this is looking like it's turning into a mess now.
Yeah.
Touchdowns has tied this game up.
Well, I got to get things going on offense again here.
By 2 or 3 scores, a lead is never safe.
Because one of the reasons that they've been able to do what they've done in the second half is because of all the running, right?
To the 20.
And if they were far enough behind that running wasn't a practical solution anymore, well then that wouldn't, they wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, I might have to take a look at what else I can do.
On a nickel package. Looks like he's changing the play. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Well,
Dropping back to pass on first down. Guns it to the right side. Dives and makes the tackle. And it'll be second and less than 2 following that pass.
Well, I guess if I have to keep doing this kind of thing,
you can call just about anything and everything.
maybe this is what I'll have to do.
Back out there in third, and you still
Yeah, well, I spent most of the last drive trying to play pretty much nothing but zone coverages.
Yeah.
Because they picked apart my man coverage on the drive before that, and I don't know, maybe that wasn't the right adjustment to make.
Throws it out over to the left. The 40. Johnson makes the tackle.
Well, at least he caught that one.
Seems like all they have to do is just throw it near this guy, and he finds a way to come down.
Yeah, I was talking to the coach this week, and he told me that he's probably got the best hands in the team. And right there, he just showed us why.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Jenkins sends a man in motion. Throwing on first down. Gets rid of it.
Oh, come on.
That pass is dropped. The throw was
Boy,
right
oh
there.
boy.
And he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Yeah, well, you know what? This has been one of those games, right? Because I think I've had somewhat more drop passes than usual in this game, too.
In motion.
And that's actually stalled a couple of drives.
Yep.
Dropping back. Throws it. Perfect pass. Coleman stops him at the 47-yard line. He was on the receiving end of that bullet.
Soft hands like that are hard to find. This guy looks like he's a keeper.
That first down marker is just inside.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, we're having the third quarter breakdown this time.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's been really a breakdown so much as it's been, you know, like
line's the spot they have to get to convert on this third down play.
They've had a few lucky breaks and a bit of cheese in this game too, right? Okay, well,
Herman maybe, or sorry, Coleman.
Gets the pass off.
Wow, you barely got that off.
Yeah, well, I had to stand there and wait for all those blitzers to get out of the way, right?
Yeah.
The third and long, their second one on this series. First and 10.
Because that's kind of a cheap and dirty pass defense technique too, right? Those blitzing players. Well, guess what?
They can stick their hands up and knock shit down.
Yeah, they act as pass defenders until they get to the line of scrimmage, right?
Yep. Meanwhile, I don't know what the hell Al is going on about. He said that was a 3rd and long situation.
Hey, you know what? Anything that's 3rd down is a 3rd and long situation in this game.
You agree with the smoke coming out of the observatory?
Well, you know what? The way that this game has been going so far.
Looks like he's changing the play. Jenkins with a man in motion. Guns it to the right side. He hits his receiver. He's at the 20. They'll move the sticks with that completion.
I'll tell you, he put that one right on the money. They're just out there playing a little pitch and catch.
We'll just keep doing this.
The home team come out in a nickel package.
Black 36.
Changing the play now. Hand it off to the fullback. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
Oh, yeah, and then we'll tack another 5 onto that.
Nice.
The officials are signaling that he grabbed the face mask.
Sometimes the defender will do whatever it takes to get a guy down. This time he got caught pulling him down.
Oh, now you're in Parkman's office.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we don't have anything dumb happen in here.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
Right.
Well, maybe you can pick up 1st down, and then you can try with Parkman 3 more times.
Number 86.
No, he forced his way in for the touchdown.
Well, and that's why he's going to go to the Pro Bowl.
Yep, he is actually going to the Pro Bowl.
Yep.
He actually leads the league in touchdown runs, I think. Or he's fairly close to it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's not a glamorous job, but somebody has to do it.
Yeah, it's sort of like shoveling shit, right? Somebody's got to do it.
And it's up.
Well, Parkman is the stall cleaner on our team.
On that drive there.
Yep.
Up more than half the field, taking more than 4 minutes, winding up with a touchdown.
You see the way those guys walked off the field, kind of had their heads down? The offense is just dominating them out there.
It's on its way.
That'd be a pretty good kick. Too bad they're covering to this side.
Yeah.
From the 5.
Uh-oh.
Stiff arm.
Oh.
Oh, well, now, oh, well, yeah, they just tacked on another 15. Wow.
So it's a 15-yard penalty, not the incidental.
All right, well, maybe I got a bit of a different idea as to what I want to do here this time. So I'm just going to kind of line up in, like, the typical sets that I'd normally, like, line up in, but I'm going to audible out of it and keep the same personnel on the field, but try something a little different.
They'll go from the I formation. Pass play here on 1st down. Closing in. He was
come on. How come that wasn't a fumble?
This guy's so strong.
Man.
He was able to get that pass away.
They love that weak side tight end.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Come on.
Number 52.
Now the safety backer will take care of him.
Bring him down at the 43. About 7 yards there.
Okay. I think you got to go with some kind of man coverage here.
They need about 3.
I agree.
Because at least the play action doesn't affect the man coverage guys as badly, right?
Hand it off. He's brought down behind.
Well, not only that, but we're going to get a whole ton of penetration into the line there because I'm sending 6.
Yeah.
I have to question that call. They're losing the game, and they aren't in field goal range. But they still run the ball.
Number 7 is back to punt. Here's the punt.
Wow.
I think that's a really long punt.
That's a really long punt. I'm sure glad it went in the end zone. That was almost a really long punt, resulting in terrible field position for us. Well.
Calling an audible. Hands it off to the back. Missed tackle.
Wow, okay.
Got to fight for that one a little bit, but that's okay.
Had to fight for that 3 yards, yeah. Wow.
It's 2nd down and 7 to go. He sees something in the defense.
Black 64.
Allen. Pierce.
Nice.
The tackle at the 33.
See, it caught him by surprise because I usually run it with the guy on the right,
Well
eh?
executed.
Yep.
They hit their blocks and the back found the right hole to get down the field and pick up a first down.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Jenkins sends a man in motion. He'll pass on a first down. Throwing. He has room. The 40. Carter with the tackle at the 49-yard line. Perfect spiral on that pass.
This is a guy who can make all the throws out there. He shows a nice touch in the short patterns, can spread it in there against tight coverage, and he can put some air under it when he's trying something downfield.
Well, we're going back to the old ways here.
Well, if that's what's working, though. They've really forced us both to draw something else out of our playbooks here.
Yeah, well, look at that. He actually caught that one. That's good.
Rhodes was there to make the catch for the first down.
He's glad he made that catch. I'm sure the
Well, I've thrown for 300 yards.
when he needs another first down.
The home team.
Well, you better
come
pick
out
up the
in a
pace. You got
nickel
100 yards more to go.
Hmm.
gets the call.
Oh, what is that?
Field for a short loss. And he chases him
Well, at
down
least you didn't
behind
lose
the
anything
line
off it.
of
Yeah,
scrimmage
sometimes
for a
though it's like I'm pushing ahead with the D-pad,
And he just runs back.
and he just runs around in a circle or something. Like he does whatever, right? He doesn't do what I do, what I'm telling him to do on the controller input.
Yep.
Under pressure,
Ooh.
slings it to the outside.
Wow.
Swings it out to the fullback. Number 47 goes down.
I think it's easier to press forward with the two hands button. It doesn't seem to happen as often if your if your player out there is slower. The more you slow him down, the less that seems to happen. Just because he doesn't have the agility to make that kind of turn.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what they're doing with that safety there.
Dropping him back into his own.
Oh shit! Again. Oh. I thought about audibling to a 5 wide receiver set, like just changing the audible.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
To go following the interception. The backs are lined up in an eye. Harris. Matt makes the play at the 28. So a pickup of maybe 3.
When he throws one of those bad passes, you need for a defender to actually squeeze the ball.
Schwartz out of the gun. Alexander, the motion man. Dropping back with the throw, and he dropped.
Or we just need some more pass defense.
Yeah. Well, see, they left the tight end in to block there, but you know what? I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because it makes the other receivers a lot easier to cover, right?
Well, I was actually thinking about it, and I was like, well, I'd rather have the linebacker covering the tight end there than have the linebacker covering the running back.
Yep.
Which is what would have happened if I'd audibled the other way. They would have traded coverages.
Well, you forced them to kick it back to us anyway.
Now here's the punt unit as the defense forces.
Yeah, well, knock on not wood.
Yeah.
I think I may have made the right adjustment finally.
Here's the kick.
Basically, what I'm trying to do is match them for size, but play full man coverage now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because before, I was just lining up in like a partial man coverage, or I even spent a drive lining up in full zone.
Yeah.
But now what I'm trying to do is I'm picking like a 4-3 or a nickel, and an audible to a full man coverage.
Changing the play now. Hand it off to the fullback. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got hit so hard he darn near had to take a taxi back to the stadium. Watch this hit. He gets his helmet right under his chin and wham.
And that's just one of the things that you can do to be a little bit tougher against the run, because it seems like their running game was getting a little out of hand.
Directing traffic. Number 47 moves in motion. Drops back. Throwing. Great throw.
Nice, easy catch. Oh, fingernailed.
Yep, that's okay. I wasn't going to go much further anyway.
Involved in the passing game. He's a pretty good option out of the backfield. He has quick feet, good hands. So
he's got 77 yards receiving in this game.
The home team come out in a nickel package. Calling an audible now. Jenkins with a man in motion. He'll pass on first down. Gets rid of it. He has room.
And basically just lobbing it out there to him, eh?
Yep.
Just to try and throw a nice soft pass that's easy to catch.
Yeah, well, he's had the grease. He mistook the jar of stickum for the jar of grease on the sideline, right?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. The clock stopped because he went out of bounds.
Yep.
Huh.
You know, I could totally understand that, though, right? Like, you know, the running backs and the wide receivers, they sit, like, right beside each other on the bench, right? And one has the jar of grease and the other has the jar of stickum.
Yeah.
28-yard line. So a pickup of maybe 3. The first down marker is just inside the 22.
Black 19.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Well, looks like one-on-one coverage on a couple of receivers out here. He didn't throw it outside far enough again.
Read it perfectly with single coverage, but
that was a bad throw.
Well, at the very least, if you could pick up a couple yards here, it'd be an easy field goal. Well, maybe not an easy field goal, but it'd be a possible field goal.
So as they get set to try to convert,
that could make the difference in this game.
Both teams have done on third down.
Third down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a...
Okay.
Figuring something different.
We'll go back to the play on the field.
Well, I think that the way that they're covering there.
Dropping back, looking for an option, gets the pass off.
Oh, look at that. That's a shitty spot.
The 22.
Right. I just got a bad spot there because he had 1 foot on each side of the yellow stripe when he caught the ball.
Yep.
You know? But what can you do? Sometimes you just get screwed.
39-yard field goal try.
Nice. You made it.
The kick is up.
Easy.
Boy, he really got into
that was the most important play of this game. You know that?
Yep, probably was. Yep.
The visiting team.
And so far, he's still perfect.
Good distance. From the 5. Not what they wanted on that return.
The returner needs to be a little more patient. He has to wait for his blocks to develop, find a seam.
Well, this has turned out to be a far closer game than I expected.
Yeah, these guys played us tough.
Yeah.
Quarterback back in the shotgun. Plays the motion man.
Look at that. They brought that wide receiver over, motioned the wide receiver over, and what does the wide receiver end up doing?
Yeah. He converts to a blocker.
Yeah. Come on, Cedric Perry. You should just, like, mow that guy over and keep going.
About 4 yards on that reception.
That's pretty how you doing.
They need 5.
Yeah, well, I think that some of the blocking in this game is pretty cheesy for either how badly it works or how extraordinarily well it works sometimes, right? But well, Cedric Perry got another sack there on his way to a possible sack record.
Yep.
They'll go from the shotgun. Pressure coming.
Oh boy, that could have been a fumble too.
Could have been. Yo, like, it makes you wonder, where the hell did he think he was throwing that?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no route.
There was nobody there, nobody to throw it to. I think he's just throwing it away so that you can't sack him, right?
Staying there. Now they'll punt it away after a 3-and-out.
That's all that's happening there. He's just throwing it away so you can't sack him.
Here's the punt. He signals for a fair catch.
Well, I think we're almost in run the ball 3 times in punt territory now.
Well, one run will bring you down to 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a run no matter what they do.
Calling an audible now.
Oops, I accepted. I got to change my
Audible
back now. Oops, get back there.
And we're back.
Hopefully everybody's got time to get back in position.
No problem.
Hand it off to the fullback. Reed makes the tackle at the 48-yard line. 1 yard gain on that play.
Okay, well, that takes us to 2 minutes.
Yeah, what is these guys' record anyways?
They're 6-6.
Well, they're certainly playing us better than a 6-6 team.
Yeah, well, they're a division rival, right? And also a, like I said, the coach that they have has a reputation for being a tough defense guy.
Changing the play now. Allen. He'll feel that one tomorrow.
Yeah, with how hard he just got hit, he's lucky to be able to hold on to the ball.
Okay, well,
they have to get the ball inside.
They've called a timeout to stop the clock.
Calling an audible.
I think we just pound it up the middle and then kick it away.
I think that's a good idea.
It's the call. San Diego calls a timeout.
Because then they've only got 1 timeout. And if I'm with any luck, I can make them start really deep in their own end.
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt.
Seems likely.
Very shallow punt.
Yep, perfect.
Ball on their own 12. Schwartz scans the defense from the gun. Pass play here on first down with the throw. Incomplete pass.
See, when they motion that guy over to overload the zone on that side, that's when I backed him up.
I don't think he ever had a chance to set his feet. I'll tell you one thing, this defensive coach sure has his defensive lineman pumped up.
Harris, the lone back. Closing in. He's looking. Gets the pass off. Right to him.
Hey, he kept him in play. That means the clock keeps running.
Drops back. Under pressure with the throw. This pass is incomplete. Great effort up front to put the pressure on.
And you'll see that kind of thing out of these guys a lot. They're big and they're strong and they're fast. Opposing offensive line sure have their hands full when they get out in this field.
Calling an audible now. Schwartz starts out of the shotgun. Pressure with the pass.
Oh, another one. So there, that's 4 dropped interceptions in this game,
That's
right?
You got to have composure in these situations. Find your receivers who can pick up yardage after the catch. But most importantly, you have to keep the chains moving.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. The offense lines up with split backs behind the quarterback. Pressure coming.
Oh, come on. One of these has got to be a fumble. Like, really?
Never a fumble.
I can't believe that one wasn't. He's put the ball on the ground at his own feet like 3 times in this game, and they haven't called it a fumble even once.
Looks like he's changing the play. Not a lot of options here. They have to take a shot.
That's kind of dirty too, right? Where they snap the ball before everybody's finished moving.
Line, directing traffic. Throwing on first down. Closing in, throws it.
He hit me with it.
Boston was lurking in the middle. Almost had the interception.
I think he was invisible out there. Wasn't even seen. That's a break for the offense.
Only one man back. Under pressure, gets the pass off. The pass falls incomplete. Trying to force that pass into double coverage.
Well, and again, that's why you lay the cushion.
Yep.
We're just about
Especially when
down
they
to
come
1
out with
minute.
those overloaded sets.
Schwartz will work out of the shotgun. Alexander, the man in motion, giving some cushion on the outside. Dropping back, gets rid of it, and it's caught. Miller.
That's okay. If you force them to take yardage in 10-yard chunks, there isn't enough time left in this game
Calling an audible.
for them to operate that way.
Pressure, throws it. He hits his
That guy
receiver.
beat his man coverage guy there somehow.
Makes the tackle.
That's okay, though, because the clock keeps running. I don't know if they've got a timeout left. They might. I think he's going to spike the ball here to stop the clock.
On the outside.
Yeah.
He'll stop the clock with a spike.
I think all you got to do is make them take at least 3 more plays,
They'll need to reach the 16-yard line in order to
and
convert
then
for the
anything
first down.
after that is a bonus.
Tightening up the coverage along the outside. They'll go from the shotgun. Alexander goes in motion. With the pass. The pass.
Oh,
Danny Jones picks off the pass. Finally.
Looking for single coverage. Got it.
Well, that'll do it. I think I'm just going to kneel 3 times here, or twice if I have to, and end this game.
So after the interception now, it's 1st and 10.
That's his first interception of the season.
Wow.
Yeah, he had 6 last season.
And there's the kneel down by the quarterback.
Well, they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah,
on
they're
you,
going
too.
to. Well,
They're
that's
spiteful.
why. Yeah, that's why I said I'm going to have to do this twice, right?
See, this is the spiteful AI, everyone, viewers,
Yeah.
that I'm always talking about.
Yeah, there's mathematically there's absolutely no possible way that they can come back.
But they'll call the timeout
whether
anyway.
they call that timeout or not, because that now I just ran the last play of the game. But boy, this was surprisingly tough.
It was, yeah.
But I guess it's that end of the season difficulty spike thing too, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
And it also happened to come against a divisional rival.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess when you have a difficulty spike game, like a late season game, and it's against a divisional rival, they can sometimes be pretty tough.
Yeah.
And time runs out.
But we
The
did
game
prevail.
is over. The final score
Although I had a
is
terrible
Kansas
game
City
today.
31. San Diego,
Oh, I did too.
21.
I mean, I gave up 14
This game
points.
is presented by
Yeah, well,
the
you know what, though? I think that part of that is probably due to non-performance on my part.
Of the descriptions and accounts
Well,
of
these
this
things
game
happen,
without the
right?
express
There's nothing really that you can do about
Sports
it.
is prohibited. This is Al Michaels. Good night.
Well, we didn't get sacked, although I guess that fumble wasn't actually a sack, right? It was probably considered to be a backward pass, kind of like those 3 that other guy threw
Yep.
against you that didn't get called as such. But anyway, here we go. So we managed to struggle a bit. Like, they didn't really do that much on offense, though, right? Like, they did get their 100 yards rushing, but they didn't get very much in the way of passing yardage. And even though I had a terrible day, I still threw for 342 yards.
Well, either I give them no yards or I give them less yards and some points.
Yeah, and we were -1 in turnovers today.
Wow, even in spite of the...
Yeah, well, I coughed the ball up twice, and that interception at the end of the game that you got, that was the only turnover from our side.
Well, no matter how many times I seemed to hit that guy, they just wouldn't rule any of those as a sack fumble or a backwards pass or anything like that.
I know. Look at that, though. I still completed 72% of my passes, right? And I averaged 7.9 yards per pass, which is not that bad.
Yep.
And, well, Calvin Allen managed to get a few yards on the ground. Parkman had a good day running the ball today. Yeah. And Golston was the big pass receiver today in a rather difficult offensive day. So anyway, there we go. And William Nipper had 9 tackles.
Yeah, well, he was an important player out there today. That kind of shows that I was not playing my best.
Yep, or 10 tackles, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Danny Jones had 5 tackles.
Yeah, well, you know it's a rough game when your safeties are getting the tackles.
Yep.
Although I managed to get 4 tackles myself, but they had the ball, I feel like, for a long time. Well, I managed to get a sack. Perry managed to get a sack. Edwards, oh, wait, no, yeah. I managed to get a sack. I'm looking at tackles for a loss here, and like, oh, look at all the sacks we got. No, we didn't get that many sacks.
No, well, you got 2 sacks in this game, too, right?
Yeah.
But that's because that guy kept throwing the ball away into coverage and getting away with it all except for that one last time, right?
Yeah, well, especially that touchdown pass. Like, we had 10 deflected passes here, too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and on that touchdown pass, on both of those touchdown passes, he threw it right at Danny Jones.
Well,
so
I guess Danny Jones made up for it, though.
Yeah, well, he finally decided he was going to do something about that.
Yeah. So
you're still 100% on kicking?
Yep, I haven't missed a field goal yet this season.
Look at that, even with the 2 touchdowns, he's still got a crap rating.
Yeah. Well, he completed 42% of his passes, right? So, and Paris got 88 yards on the ground. They actually really did make a concerted effort to run the ball, right?
Yeah, they ran the ball 27 times, which is very unusual.
To 35 passes, that's actually a very balanced attack.
Especially for the AI.
Yeah. Well, that's about as balanced as it gets for the AI, right? But yeah, they still managed to throw for a couple of touchdowns, but you know what? Maybe one of the things that made their passing game work as well as it did, such as it was, is the fact that they ran the ball lots too, right?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah. So for those guys, well, they kind of spread the tackles around a little bit. Not too many tackles for a loss, though. I did run the ball quite a bit in this game, too, and I didn't do too badly. Although a lot of the run plays that I ran were dives up the middle, right?
Yep.
Because that's what I tend to do against teams that play the 3-4 defense.
Well, and it's pretty hard to lose yards on a dive up the middle.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess it was an off day for both of us.
Well, thankfully, we managed to work together as a team. We managed to make the adjustments that we needed to make after that messy third quarter, and we managed to pull through.
Yep, we managed to win the game after all, in spite of the adversity. And the player of the game is Bo Jenkins.
Because it always is.
Because it always is. Actually, it's pretty funny in our City Crusaders League with Rod Dorsey.
Yep.
Rod Dorsey, I just played the Week 16 game. Rod Dorsey has been the player, the national, like the NFL Offensive Player of the Week 9 times.
Oh my God. Wow.
So anyway, and I think Bo Jenkins is doing pretty well in that department too. He's been Offensive Player of the Week for the league about at least 5 or 6 times.
Yep.
But anyway, we're getting close to the end of the season, so...
that we are, and I'm going to have to start working on my offense soon, because I haven't actually started doing that yet.
Yeah, you need to do that, because I've got my defense. I still think I need to make a couple of small adjustments, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, until next time...
I'm RecV5.
And I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.